Hello Libra, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your bonus reading. I'm going to see if I can pick up some secondary energies, and hopefully I will. If not, we'll see what we can come up with. I'm looking for a positive reading as always. If not, we will look for a remedy. So this is for Libra. Secondary energies bonus reading for Libra. Do you believe I promised you one? Let's see what we can come up with here. Energy's coming in. Let's see what it is. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You felt like something was unfortunate. You felt like you had a little bad luck with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's the incoming energy. Coming out of betrayal is the starting energy. Obstacle, now holding back. Current situation, the High Priestess. Intuition, someone who can, I don't know, they're almost like a little bit psychic in a way, but they're basically, their intuition is usually spot on. Outside situations, there's no final decision. And you're kind of keeping to yourself still. Let's find out why. You got the feeling like you've been betrayed, coming out of it. You're feeling it still, though. The sting is there, but it's not as bad as it was. Now, you got the Ten of Swords. Why are you there? Ten of Swords for Libra. The beginning energy coming in. The past. King of Pentacles could have to do with the Earth sign. Could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. They're in reverse, coming out of that. Or the Knight of Swords. Could have both of these energies, or you could be dealing with more than one person. The Knight of Swords can be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But you're coming out of betrayal, feeling betrayed with these people. The sting is not as harsh. So, and they may be feeling like they're coming out of betrayal with you also. This can go, to the cross watcher or the person you're dealing with also. Now, the obstacle is that someone's not holding back. Let's find out why. Four of Pentacles, why you're there is the obstacle for Libra. Two of Pentacles are unable to, they got to drop something. You got to drop something. You can't carry two different things at the same time. And you feel like you can't do it anymore. So you may drop something, no longer hold back doing it, and actually make a decision in getting rid of something. But it could be an obstacle too that you're having trouble doing this. So you got the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, both in reverse. Why are you there for Libra? Five of Swords, arguments. Now holding back from arguments. You're going to drop something. You're going to drop the bomb. You're going to tell them something. You're going to tell them, I'm stopping this. But it could be an obstacle. Something may get in your way from you doing this. But you're wanting to. Now, the current environment, you have the High Priestess. This is someone whose intuition is spot on. And I did have that Magician, in your last reading where it shows someone's able to manifest, and the Moon. The Moon has a lot to do with that also. Is the intuition, is knowing what's going on around you, that the secrets that you're starting to become aware of. So the High Priestess in the upright. Why are you there for Libra? What's going on? The Fool. In reverse, you're saying you're just not going to jump into anything. You don't trust it. Your intuition is telling you you better wait something out. Something's not quite right. The High Priestess in the upright and the Fool in reverse. Why are you there for Libra? Three of Cups. About how you spend your time with somebody. I think this is, I don't know if that was with you or somebody else, is choose your friends wisely. Go with what you're wanting. Trust your gut instinct. Don't jump into everything or anything with somebody because your gut instinct is right and who you celebrate with. Make sure you hang around the right people, like your friends, families, loved ones, someone you love. Make sure, it's on the up and up. You just don't want to jump into anything. You're going to be weighing your options here and being very careful. The High Priestess in the upright, Fool card in reverse, and the Three of Cups. Oops, I'm trying to pop out, trying to avoid a Tower, because you don't want a Tower situation. That's in reverse. You do want it in reverse, especially in this situation. You're trying to avoid a Tower. You're playing things smart. You're just, you just are. You just don't trust like you used to. Now, the outside environment is someone's not made a final decision yet. Even though I see somebody is trying to, it's like it hasn't quite happened yet. So the Eon, which is the final decision, is sort of like the Judgment, in reverse while you're there. Did think this was going to keep on going on. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you haven't decided what you're going to do. Cut something out. We saw that before. Cut something out that no longer serves you, that you feel that is not right towards you. You haven't made that decision quite yet. Now the Eon, Ace of Swords in reverse while you're there for Libra. What's going on? Four of Pentacles in reverse again. This is someone who doesn't want to hold back. This is someone who is thinking about cutting something out, but they haven't made a final decision. You're still contemplating on what to do. Your intuition is right, but it's up to you. Maybe you're just waiting it out for some reason. You can leave it in the comments if I have them open. What are you waiting for? Because you know what you know is right. The Hermit in the upright as the final outcome while you're there for Libra. You're thinking about a burden. You're thinking about, do I want to carry this burden, this weight on my shoulders, this something that is considered too heavy for you, and you're thinking about it. You're thinking about the burden that it's causing you. So the Hermit in the upright, Ten of Wands in the upright while you're there for Libra. The Hermit in reverse. You're contemplating whether to come out of this mode or not. You're thinking, should I release this? Should I say something? You got the Hermit twice, one in the upright and the one in reverse. The one in the upright is basically what you're doing. It's what you are doing. It's the main energy. These are the whys. You're wanting to carry, you're carrying a burden, and you don't know whether to come out and say something. You're going to. Your intuition, like I said, is spot on. Is spot on. And you're avoiding a Tower. You're trying to avoid a Tower situation. Maybe you're afraid if you don't hold back and if you drop something, it'll start a fight with the Five of Swords. I do see this thing not as harsh as it was with the Ten of Swords in reverse, and you want that in reverse in the beginning energy here that's starting out. You're wanting to, or whatever was in the past, you're coming out of it, but now you're going through the motions of what to do now that you know that you were right about everything and what happened. And you could be, like I said, dealing with earth, you're dealing, with air. Could have some water there. Dealing with a Tower, trying to avoid a Tower. You also got the Devil as the outside or the ending energy. It's feeling chained. You're still feeling like you have to wait on something, and I don't understand that. In the last reading, you had the Magician. I know you have the power to manifest what you're wanting, and maybe it's going to take time for you to do it. Because sometimes those manifestations, sometimes they happen right away, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes it takes a little while. But it is happening. But you're like, it's like you're staying in the shadows almost, waiting. So, Libra, what are you waiting to do? You still feel a little chained. You also may feel like really strongly feeling that you must do this with the Devil in the upright. I must do this. I have to do this. I don't think I can hold back from this, obsession. Not really obsession. They call it a chain situation. It's really got to you. And maybe that's why you're thinking about this burden, about releasing it, not becoming the Hermit anymore and letting it go. I do eventually think you're going to, but I think you're biding your time when the timing is right. I think that's what it is. You're waiting for the perfect moment to do what you got to do. So this is your reading. This is like a secondary energies to the first one. So it's just like diving just a little bit deeper in the subconscious of why this is occurring. The main energy is the first reading, and this is what is attached to it as the feelings and thoughts and subconscious of what you may and may not do. So this is your reading, Libra. Your intuition is spot on. It's up to you what you do with it. And I will let this go, and I'll be giving you another one soon, okay? Bye. Talk to you later.